Hi everyone, how's it going? And welcome to another video in my Ftmo funded trader series. It's been a real up and down week for me, this one. It started off at work on Monday and a bit of bad news. And for whatever reason, that got into my head and the trades I was doing just end up going against me completely. And I end up with a bit of a drawdown at the beginning of the week. But drawdowns are inevitable in trading. We can't be 100% all of the time. And as long as we're only risking the small amount of percentage on per trade, it's not going to be a complete disaster. Luckily for me, I was already up 2.6% from the previous week. And although I was down almost that at one point with some of the ongoing running trades, I managed to close it out for only a small loss in the end and finish the week down 0.9%. So again, overall, I'm still up on the Ftmo this month by 1.6%. It could have been a lot worse for me if I hadn't taken a bit of time out during midweek. I also caught up with some traders on a call who I speak with quite regularly in the local area. And that just sort of reaffirmed some things I was doing correctly and some things I was doing wrong. And just made me sort of recenter myself, just focus on what I was doing, on the good things especially, and trying to leave all the bad mistakes away. And from that point, Thursday, Friday was much better and I had profitable days. I'm also distracting myself a little bit by trading the prop trading challenge account. And because of that, I may not have given as much attention as focus to Ftmo as I should have done. And obviously that's reflected in the drawdown as well. I may take a few days off next week from Ftmo just to focus on a few things, get them right, and then come back much stronger towards the end of the month. This is probably my first drawdown week, probably about 5 or 6 weeks. So it was inevitable it was going to happen at some point. It would have been nice to have been able to have that drawdown begin the week and come back on top, but you've got to roll with the punches and look at the positives. I haven't wiped the account out. I haven't breached any of the Ftmo rules, and I'm here to survive and live another day. I'm now at the point of having to again reset, start again the week fresh, and make sure all of the trading decisions I make are the right ones, and I don't dwell on the mistakes I made from last week, and just stay positive, stay focused, do the right trades at the right time, and look to have another positive week. So for me in the upcoming week, it's really about having the discipline and focus to look for the right trades, wait for them to come my way, and just not be rash and look for trends that are just not there. I've been making too many mistakes on gold this week, just trying to focus on that one particular instrument just to get the trades. But the reality is, if I'd stepped back a little bit, looked at a higher level, I would have seen there was no trend, no trades whatsoever. I'd have been better off just literally doing nothing on it. One of the hardest things to do as a trader is just to sit on your hands and do nothing. I think we always want to be active in the markets, always looking for the next trade, always looking for that big winner. And often the more we go searching for it, the harder it becomes to actually get it. So let's jump over to the client area, take a quick look at the equity curve, and I'll show you with the charts I was looking at and the mistakes I was making. Okay, so here we have the client area and the equity curve at the top, which shows, as of last week, very consistent and steady increase all the way through the week with that sort of 2.6% profit at the end of the week. And as I entered this week with a bit of bad news to start with, mentally I wasn't quite there. So as we can see, the losses started to come in and a significant drop. So from here was a profit of £1,800 all the way down to total equity of around about 695, and even at the point of the lowest in the equity, there was still a few open trades beginning to run, and therefore they went into negative as well, and looking at almost wiping out the entire profits in the previous week. Fortunately, they came back on my side and managed to make a small profit, and obviously finished the week with a nice little winner, just to get back to the 1.6% overall on the account and just a 0.9% loss on the week. So we can see from objectives, I've only got one more day to complete the 10 trading days within the month, and therefore I've passed the other two without the max daily loss and the max drawdown. So if I didn't trade this for the next 2 weeks, I would still be able to get a profit share at the end of it. And I still work on the principle that if I can complete any month in profit, it's a fantastic month. If you look at the instruments I've been trading, majority of the profits have come within trading the FTSE and gold, but for me gold has been a bit of a killer this week, and I'll have a quick look at the charts now to show you why. If we look at gold on the daily chart, we can see it's doing a massive downward trend and still pushing downwards, but as we start to zoom in on the last few bars here, we can see it's beginning very congested and very tight, and especially if we look on a much lower time frame, it's even clearer. So if we look at gold on the 1 hour chart, we can see it's really been range bound between 1720 and 1746, and if I'm looking at the main direction for my intraday trades on the 1 hour chart and therefore enter on the 15, for me there's no clear direction, it's literally going sideways. I should have left this alone, but I've just been sort of almost hypnotized by gold and wanting to trade it more and more. I think for next week I just need to walk away from it for a while. And even looking on the 15-minute chart, we can see the bars are really small, there's no real pattern to it, and just going sideways. So again, more evidence for me for next week, just leave gold alone and look for a market that's going to be trending a lot cleaner, and just able to get into a more of a trade that can just sort of run for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours and get into a good momentum. Hope you've enjoyed this quick recap of the week. Again, it wasn't a great trading week for me, but as I've said before, I'm still here, I'm still in it, I haven't violated any rules, and has got to look forward to the next couple of weeks and get to the end of the month and take a profit split. See you next time. Cheers.